All right, Holistic Heroes, we are going live, and then I also have it recording so that it can be posted later. So we are talking about Jupiter and Uranus conjuncting. Give me 1 second. It's showing that we're not going live on one of the platforms. That's a bummer. So let me try and talk while this is happening. Yay for errors. So basically what's happening right now is a really important time of year. So it only happens about every 12 to 14 years where Jupiter and Uranus become friends, become happy, happy friends. And in their happy, happy friendship, they are able to manifest. So in right now, what's happening is Jupiter is conjunct with Uranus. They are friends. Jupiter is the planet of prosperity and fortune and luck and all that awesomeness. And so where it lands in your chart is important, but right now let's just talk about how they are friends together. And then Uranus is the planet of change and transformation. So change and transformation is with like Pluto is known as the planet of transformation, but that is long. Pluto's a slow mother. Slow. And so Uranus is more change that can happen within 2 weeks. And the fact that right now we're in accelerated time on April 20th, the change can happen almost instantaneously. And so that's why we're going live today. Instead of doing the normal, oh, we're in Taurus season, let's do all of those readings, we are going live to talk specifically about manifesting in this 24-hour period. And what it has a lot to do with is, what do you want your future to be, and what future do you want to create? So a big mistake that people make with manifesting, we're just going to go straight through all of it, by the way, is they look at things in a very muddled way. It's like, well, I'd like this, or I kind of feel like this would be cool. Or else they want to manifest things like, oh, I want to manifest $1 million. It's like, okay, how? Because a unicorn is not going to take a dump in your hand to make $1 million for you. That is not how it works at all. Not how manifesting works. And that's a big mistake that a lot of people make in manifesting, is that they think it's just a gift from the universe. It's not. Anyone who tells you the universe did it, like, the universe is infinite and awesome, but you're the badass who manifests. So that means when shitty things happen, you manifested it. When great things happen, you manifested it. Now, please understand, I am not victim shaming or blaming. We're talking about energy here. Energy. And let me be clear, I've had a bunch of crap attracted to me in my life. So no shame in the trauma game, okay? So when you're talking about manifesting, you want to be crystal clear about what you want. And the easiest way to do this for a lot of people is to look at what you don't want. Look at what hasn't worked in the past. And let's take your love life. Look at every douche canoe that you have dated and be like, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that. And what you're left with, once you take a machete, a flamethrower to your life, you get rid of everything that you don't want. And you're able to see crystal clear what you actually want, what actually matters to you, and what you want to attract, instead of that muddled idea that you started with. So you have to start with no, and you go through all the no's, and then you will find your yes. And in finding your yes, you're going to be able to have a crystal clear view. And in your crystal clear view, then we manifest. How do you manifest? I'm so glad you asked. So the first thing we do is we pay very close attention to the words that we're using. The words that you're using should not sound like Santa. I call it the Santa Claus conundrum. Hello, Bonita. How are you doing today? If you are joining us, please comment. I am all about the comments. Yes, please. And so what you want to be aware of as you're doing this is the wording that you use. It matters. It sounds so petty. And it is, because sometimes the universe is petty, if we're being honest. So what you do is you stay away from anything that you would say to Santa. So I want, I need, I hope, I'm trying, I'm desperate. Those are all things that are not used. The words you're going to use are going to be in the present moment as you're manifesting in the next 24 hours. They are also going to be very action-based and positive. So I am, I do, I create, I attract. Those are things you can say. I am, I do, I create, I attract. And that's how you're going to start wording and framing everything. So when you manifest, you're going to manifest in the present moment. So it's not, oh, next year I have 100 clients. It's, I attract 100 clients, or I have 100 clients. Hey, Andy Sue, how are you? And so it's about being able to do things in the present moment. It's people say, why? Because I don't have that in the present moment. And so the energy doesn't really line up for a lot of people. Here's the thing you have to remember. If you say it in the present moment, you will attract it to you. If you say it in the future, it'll always be in the future. Now, if you say, I have $1 million and your bank account obviously does not agree with you, this can be like canceling the energy out a lot of times. So you would instead attract the things that will get you the $1 million in your bank account, such as clients, such as closed deals, such as a raise at work. Those types of things you'll want to attract. Because it's really hard when you look around at the reality that you have and you don't have the things that you are manifesting, even though you're saying, I have this. It makes it incredibly difficult. Your brain, your beautiful, intelligent gray matter is just cock blocking you every chance it gets. So be aware of that as you're using the terminology and the wording. Be very clear. Maybe you want to be clear, you want to do action steps, and you want it to be in the present moment. So the next thing you're going to do is you have to know certainty, because a lot of people come from hope and wanting, and they're like, well, I want this. Or they come from like a really toxic energy. So a toxic energy can look a lot like, I deserve this. And it's like, God, if I heard someone speak that way to me, I wouldn't want to give them anything. So the universe isn't going to want to give you anything. Also, begging does not work with the universe. The universe doesn't like a beggar. Doesn't like a beggar. Not ever. And so when dealing with the universe, you're going to want to put forward a positive energy. How do we do this? I'm so glad you asked. So how you do this is you actually start at the beginning. Unfortunately, that's where you have to start. Everyone wants to start with high king shit and manifesting $1 million in a mansion. That is not how it goes. First, you have to have the right mindset to be able to manifest. And you will do that through grounding, shielding, warding, centering, that type of thing. So while we are here live, we are actually going to ground and center right now so that you can manifest tonight during the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. I do not do this live ever. This is something that my clients pay hundreds of dollars for. So let's get you aligned so that you can manifest right now. So everyone, plant your feet if you're in a seat that you can plant your feet in, or let them dangle. Let them dangle. I love dangling on bar stools. And you're going to take a deep breath in and out. And you're just going to continue to breathe, and you're going to feel the energy in your legs move down. And the slower it moves, just let it be consciously aware that your energy is moving towards the floor. It's coming out of your feet to ground you into Mother Earth. And let Mother Earth's energy come up through your feet, come up your legs, up your spine to rest in your heart center. And as you are resting in this space, allow your energy to settle into your soul and connect with your highest good. In doing this, you're going to feel your energy align in you to your highest and best, and be able to move through effortlessly, knowing intuitively what is best for you in your future. So just continue to breathe and let this energy happen. And then we're going to have you take a deep breath in and out. And just feel the energy, yeah. So in doing this, we are getting grounded and centered, which are the first two steps to manifesting. You have to be in the right mindset. You have to be calm and attuned to be able to do this kind of work. So as I am talking and as I am doing this, I want to remind everyone that today, for me and my manifesting, I started a book club for my holistic heroes. And so anyone who wants to be in the book club, all you have to do is reach out to me on any social media platform, and you will be added to the book club list where we read a book a month, and I give you customized journal prompts. And then the other thing that you will get is a monthly meeting, group meeting with me to do any psychic questions you have about integrating that book's teachings into your life. And so it's an amazing value. I love it. I can't wait to do it. It's $111 per month. We're sticking with the angel numbers. I love me some angel numbers. They are so easy for me to remember. So almost everything I do is angel numbers. So that's something that I've manifested today, is that I'm giving a new service to my clients who I think deserve it. I think they deserve an amazing world-class service for $111. I don't know about you, but I think they do. So you are now grounded. You are now centered. Now I want you to think, what do you actually attract? Not what do you want, not what do you need. What do you attract? What are you in this moment manifesting, whether positive or negative? Because if we're being honest, earlier today, I was manifesting some self-pity. I was manifesting some negativity. I was manifesting some judgy little doo-doo, a little bit of a superiority complex. Yes, I was not attracting the things that I wanted in my life. I was a negative human. And part of that is because I got new neighbors and they snore through the common wall, and it makes me not sleep, and that makes me a cranky negative human. So I'm working on that and myself to send them all the love and appreciation to stop snoring and just breathe nicely. So earlier today, I'm not gonna lie, on this day of manifesting awesomeness, I was not manifesting at the beginning of the day. It took me some time, and it does. For a lot of people, it does. It takes time to get centered, to get grounded, to work through this energy. So it's really beneficial to do it with someone like me, where I will create a space for you to do it, where we will do it every month if you're on a membership. Those are the things that are really important to remember, is that you don't have to do it alone if you don't want to, and if that's not your style. Now, we're going to talk about style. I love style. This is my favorite part of manifesting. For anyone who's wondering, style. Oh, yes. Yeah, baby. Okay, so style is what flavor you are, not what flavor everyone else is. So with the majority of my fabulous peeps here and this industry, what do? I am love. I am light. I am peace. I'm a twat. No, that's not that calm, airy fluffiness isn't for everybody. I have manifested some of the biggest things in my life out of such a masculine, direct energy that it was considered aggressive. Not angry. I was attuned with my higher self. But let me tell you what, she came in like a wrecking ball, and I got it all done in 2 weeks. I sold a house in 2 weeks. That was not supposed to be sold for 2 months. And because it had sat for 30 years. And yes, no, I had to prepare my family's home when we sold it. And I was like, ooh, we're gonna do this in 2 weeks. Fine, let's do it. I went in with my masculine energy and got that shit done. But so what energy do you have? And this can be found a bunch of different ways. This can be found the same way that you find your self-care. So where in your chart is your Jupiter is a big one for manifesting. Mine is in Aries, which means I'm good at like, yeah, let's do it. Like, just firecracker, let's go. But then it's like, ooh, and then nothing. Ooh, and then nothing. So I go through a lot of like, woo, with my manifesting. And that's fine, because that's honoring me and how I manifest. If you manifest through light, love, and fluffies, absolutely do it that way. If you manifest through not anger, but very assertive energy, do it that way. If it is methodical, do it that way. If it is slow and steady pace, do it that way. If it comes in waves like emotion and intuition, do it that way. It is all about, so Andy Sue is asking a question. I don't know where mine is. So there are a few different ways you can figure this out. Ooh. So if you want to get your chart done, you message me and we'll set up a session. We'll get your chart done. That is to find where your Jupiter is in your chart. Like I said, mine is in Aries. This is something you should know as you are becoming more successful and attracting your life. This is not the only way to manifest. So we're going to go through a few different other ways. A lot of people, when they manifest, they will say, you need to be as specific as possible. And that is great for some people, but not for everyone. So if someone's manifesting a car, they'd be like, I want it to be a Chevy. I want it to be purple. I want it to have 50,000 miles. I want it to cost this much. I want it to have black leather seats. Oh my gosh. And that's awesome. If you manifest through being detail oriented, if you look in your past and go, that's when I've manifested, is when you have been so detail oriented, do it that way. And then the other way to do it, if detail oriented isn't for you, the other way is to keep things very general. So for me, if I were to have manifested a black SUV, which is what I wanted, again, that's not a manifesting word, I never would have gotten a BMW. I have a white BMW with leather seats. And when I manifested, because I am not a detail oriented manifester, I was like, I want it to last me 10 years. I want it to be new and I want to be able to drive it. I want it to be a size that fits my lifestyle. That's it. That's what I put on manifesting for a car. And I got a white BMW almost new. Love it. Love that for me. But if I would have said I need a black Toyota RAV4, I wouldn't have manifested, because I'm not detail oriented in my manifesting. So you need to do what's effective for you. You need to find your style. So think about what you manifested in the past effectively. And was it general or was it super detail oriented? The next thing about manifesting that is about style is your timeline, the way you time out your manifesting. So a lot of people and experts in the field, again, they're doing it the way they do it, and bless their cotton socks for doing it that way, but that is not the way that I do it. You know me, I'm going to be honest with you through and through, because it's not all about me. My Leo rising says it is, but that's not always true. So what you want to do with timing is, again, it's like the details. What works for you? So some people, it's by March 5th, I will have my promotion. And then at the end of business, March 5th, they have their promotion, because that's the way they manifest, is very specific timing. And then there are other people who it's like, sometime, I would like this sometime before I die. And I'll give you one guess which one I am. Just like with the details, I need it vague and general. If every single manifestation that I put a timeline on never came true, never. All the manifesting that I've done where I'm like, have this happen in divine time, it has come true. So you figure out if you are a timed or detailed or vague and no timeline. And it can be any combination of those. It doesn't have to be like one camp or the other, but you figure out which one you are, and then you manifest that way. And that's the way that your wording of your affirmations will be, and the energy that you are aligned with. Because if you are aligning with March 5th, I will get this promotion, but you are not a timeline kind of person, you will never get it if that's where your energy is aligned. If your energy is aligned with, I will get this promotion when I deserve it, I attract this promotion, then it'll come exactly when it's meant to, usually quicker. If I don't put a timeline on things, they can happen real fast. If I put a timeline on it, it doesn't go so well. So those are the things that you have to remember with manifesting, is you have to find your style. You have to find your style. Please find your style. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the affirmations that you're going to make. So I have, hello, Bonnie. I have a fabulous client named Andy Sue. She is a realtor in Michigan, and she is watching, and I'm going to use her as an example because she's my client and I know something that she wants to manifest. So something that you can manifest with I attract. I attract my optimal health. I attract my optimal health, because the way you see health will look different than the way anyone else sees health. The way I see myself healthy will look very different than anybody else. Andy Sue, the realtor, is now in Florida. That is awesome. Good to know. And what you're going to do is I attract, and then state what you're attracting. And remember, if you're detail oriented, you'll be very specific. I attract my optimal health, weighing 175 pounds or however much, and you'll be detail oriented. But if you're vague like me, it will be I attract my optimum health. And so that's how it's going to look. And now let's say I do. What do we want? What do we want to do, people? Someone give me something to do. Someone else give me something that they want to manifest, and we will put it as an I do. Because I know what I create is, I create safe space for my clients. I create an abundant lifestyle. Those are ones that I use. I create an abundant lifestyle. I create safe space for my clients. I attract my ideal client is one that I use for me. Sellers. I do satisfy every seller I meet. I do satisfy every seller I meet. And so when we're dealing with style, we're not just dealing with time and details. You're also going to be dealing with the sass. So every time something goes my way, a big part of manifesting is validating everything, big, small, or in between. Big, small, or in between, you got to validate it. And so I decided to take my mother on a pampering trip in May to Colorado. And we're going to be staying at this gorgeous like chalet mansion thing. And I'm taking her to a luxurious spa. And when I booked the hotel, I told them that I was there to pamper my mom and I wanted to do something really special. And they upgraded me to a suite free with no upcharge. And after I got off the phone, here is the way that I do it. When I manifest something for me, here's the way that I do it. Everything goes my way. And I'm happy and I'm sassy and I own it. Other people, they go, thank you, universe. Other people, it's, oh, yes, I am so blessed. Other people, it's all good all the time. I have a colleague, Joe, who does it that way. And he's absolutely fabulous with sales. And he is all good all the time. And it is a wonderful way that he manifests. So find your style of how to affirm what you're doing. And it'll be just for you and it'll feel right. So everything goes my way is the way that I do it. Of course, it has the little cute with it, because that is how I'm like, yeah, get a little swagger. And so those are ways to do it. So we've done I create, I do, I attract, I am. I am at peace with my past. This is a big one for healing with people. I am at peace with my past. I do forgive myself for my past, because a lot of times we hold ourselves accountable for things that we shouldn't even hold ourselves accountable for. So these are really nice affirmations to have when you're healing. I am at peace with my past. I am at peace. So that's an I am. So those are ways to do, a few ways to set them up. Again, some people, it's going to be very detail oriented, time constrictive, all those things. And whatever it is, it's you. There's no right or wrong way in that sense. And then the other thing we're going to talk about, this is the step that no one wants to take. This is the dirty little secret that no manifesting experts ever talk about. You want to know what it is? I will tell you. I will tell you. Get off your ass. Do something. Stop being lazy with your manifesting. If you are sitting here with your arms out, the universe, God, Santa is going to take a big dump of miracle right into my hands. He won't, they don't exist. Get over yourself. That sounds so mean. It is not mean. You are failing yourself if you think anyone has power over your manifesting. You are doing yourself a disservice if you think of yourself less than the universe. You are attracting your best life. You are manifesting everything you need. It is not in anything. No Santa's hands are involved in this. No one else touches your epic energy but you. Treat yourself as such and take responsibility for it. A big part of manifesting is taking measurable, actionable steps. When you get my abundance workbook that a lot of my clients get when they start working with me, it has a ruler and it's like, what's the steps? Big, small, measurable, what are we doing here? And again, for some people, they need to put a timeline with the steps. Other people, it's just steps. But if you say, I want to make $1 million, well, no. I make $1 million. Okay, awesome. Now you're in the present moment. But now you take that manifesting, you did the affirmations, you got cinnamon and bay leaves and you scrubbed your front door so that you allowed new money in, and you did a crystal grid and you are grounded and you're doing all the meditations, all the woo. That is awesome. But what steps have you taken? But I did all the magic. I know. That's so cute. Magic is not the answer. Magic is the leveling up. Magic is the oomph. Magic is the mushroom that Mario eats. He still has to move his ass forward. He still has to go get Princess Peach. Just because he ate the mushroom doesn't mean that he's doing anything. He can just stand there being big. So what you do is you level up with magic, but you still have to manifest by taking actionable steps. So I will give you an example for me. I decided to start doing retreats. I decided last year that I was going to start doing retreats around the country. The first retreat I have decided just today, because I'm manifesting all today. We did the book club today. We're doing the retreats today. I'm doing it all today, okay? Is I'm doing a retreat in Denver, Colorado, the first weekend of August. And it is all about self-discovery and self-care. And so that's the plan. That's the end goal, to have a successful, I have a successful retreat in Denver. Woo! Yes. So that's what I'm manifesting. But what steps need to be taken? Well, I need to create a landing page. I need to create a price link so that people can actually pay me. I need to create an ideal client. I need to create. So these are all the steps that I need to do to manifest. If I just sit here and go, I manifest a retreat, I manifest an amazing retreat, and then I go in August and no one shows up, that's on me. That's my fault. So what you're going to do is take the actionable steps. So I just broke down a little bit of what I need to do for the retreat. So let's use, because I know, because she's commenting, Andy Sue, to be a successful realtor, you have to be memorable and you have to network and you have to have a social media presence. I don't care what anyone says. I believe that every realtor should have a social media presence. I absolutely love it when they do. And so how would those actionable steps be taken? It's like, okay, well, you go to Chamber of Commerce meetings. That's a step to become the best realtor in the area. You make sure that all the small businesses, if you're doing real estate in the business area, know who you are. You create social media that is engaging as well as informative. And for someone like Andy Sue, a little quirky, you know, Andy Sue is very much not the, I will sell you a lovely house. She's like, you want your dream life? You need your dream house first. Let's go. Come on. It's right over here. I'll show you. I got your back. Don't you worry. I got your back. That is the energy of Andy Sue. So there are actionable steps that you will take through this. And if you put in the comments what you're trying to manifest, I will happily answer questions now and walk you through a little bit of what needs to happen. So while you all are figuring out what you want to manifest and bopping it in the comments, make sure to subscribe and follow to get all of the juicy details and everything that's going on and all the lives. I will be going live again tomorrow to do the Taurus tarot reading season that I always do. And today is the beginning of Taurus, but manifesting takes precedence, baby. We want you to have your ideal life, your ideal life. And so as you're working with this, I want you to remember that it needs to be from you and aligned to you. And if it doesn't make your soul sing or purr or squee, it's probably not for you. So just remember that moving forward. And then as you're working through this and manifesting, just like self-care, there are a few different ways to look at it. So obviously we talked about the astrology charts that you can get done through me. And then you can also do a few other things. So you can pick an element. So an element that resonates, like actually do some self-discovery, an element that resonates with the manifesting that you do. Are you more of a water? Go with the flow. It happens in moon phases. Are you more of a fire where it's super quick? So while I am water in almost everything in my life, I am a fire manifester. It is instant. Like I said, it's a ooh, and then it's done. So figure out what element it is. Is it earth, which is seasonal and yearly? You plug along and it takes hard work and it's methodical, but it's long lasting. Are you wind, where it can be very cerebral, very quick, maybe a little overwhelming? Which element do you manifest best with? Not which element do you like? Nobody cares which element you like. When you are manifesting, it's what element aligns with your manifesting. Like I said, I am almost all water. I am a watery little diva. I have Cancer and Scorpio all in my chart. Like the majority of my chart is just water. And so you would think that I manifest with water. I don't. I manifest with fire. I manifest with my Aries and Jupiter. That's where I manifest. And so you figure out what element it is, and that can help. Or you can figure out what personality traits you have. I think it's called the Myers-Briggs test. And it's like, do you manifest inwardly or outwardly? Do you have to do more inner work before you manifest something outside of yourself? So are you better at manifesting things within you, health, inner peace, mindfulness, or are you better at manifesting outward, where it's like you manifest something and someone gives you a piece of cake? By the way, if you can do that, let's be friends. If you can manifest cake, be my friend, please. So I want you to remember this going forward and working with this stuff. Manifesting is different for everybody. Manifesting will look different for everybody. It is meant to. It is yours. You have the power. You are doing what you need to do in the present moment to get the life you want now. So that is why this Jupiter conjunct Uranus is so important and makes me so happy. And so as you're going forth, think of these things. Remember your wording. Remember that the magic that you're putting into it is the Mario mushroom only. It is not the magic bullet. I am real moment for y'all. See the sassiness come up. I am so sick and tired of seeing people in my industry who think they're like, no, magic is the only answer. It's like, no, magic is the secret sauce. It's that special oomph, but it's not the nuts and bolts of what you're doing. Here is something that a lot of people will not admit to you. You are a human being having a human experience in which you signed up for. Therefore, having a completely magical existence isn't the reality right now. It's not what you're trying to get. You still need to have a human experience. And that is beautiful. It's hard. It's messy. It's exhausting. It's fabulous. It is some of the most enriching things that you will do. Be human. Be human. Be fabulously flawed in your humanity. And stop thinking that spirituality is some magic ticket. And I get why people in my industry say that. It's because it makes them a lot of money. And why wouldn't you want to make a lot of money? It's so easy to make money when you can just tell people that you have a magic bullet that'll fix everything for them. But that's not the way it goes. And you will just be disappointed. But if you want to learn, if you want to learn about your own manifesting magic, if you want to learn how you can create your best life, I am here. Follow me on social media. If you are ready to commit, if you're ready to go balls to the wall, then schedule a session and we will jump in right away. I am not the kind of person who's like, ooh, discovery call, I'm going to pitch you. No, there are action steps taken in the first call. I am not the Aries, won't let it happen, we don't dilly dally. I want to see some results for you immediately. Not at the, no. You need some action steps immediately. We do that in a session. Absolutely, 100%. So go forth, be the hero of your own story, and remember that as you're doing this, you are the one with the power. You are the one creating your own life. And that is not daunting. That is amazing. And if you treat it as such, you will get so much more out of your life. Go forth, be the hero of your own story. And I'm going to go and turn off all the devices.